Welcome to the video that will demonstrate how to square an image and how to add another animal onto another animal's face, and then also how to add it to your PowerPoint presentation. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and open up Photoshop by going to the search option and typing in Photoshop, and then I will choose the application. You might have to log in with your student number followed by the @ symbol msa.ast20.org. Here's the slideshow that has all the different images that you could do with the videos, and you can also get the images. If you get the images for this project, keep in mind these images are already squared. So if you choose to use images from this slideshow, you need to do 8 different manipulations. However, I want to have the flexibility to pick my own animals, so I went ahead and went to Pixabay to locate images because these are copyright friendly. Those images have been saved in my image portfolio folder on my desktop, and here's one. It's a cat and a dog. So I have the images ready to be loaded into Photoshop. So I'm going to choose Open in Photoshop. I'm going to go to that folder on my desktop called Image Portfolio, and I saved them in the Images folder to be organized. I will select the cat and I will hold down the Control key to get the dog. If you can't see the images, go ahead and you can choose like the extra large icon or large icons. Again, I'm going to select one, hold the Control key to get both images, and choose Open. I want you to notice the size of the dog versus the size of the cat. So I wouldn't want to take the cat's head and add it to the dog, because then I would have to stretch the cat's head, which would cause pixelation. So I'm going to take the dog's face and add it to the cat. But before I do that, I need to square the image. So I will choose Image, Image Size. Do take note in the dimensions area, it is 960 by 640. You take the smaller number. So in this case, it's 640. So I will choose OK. I will go to the rectangular marquee. Under Styles, I'm going to make sure it says Fixed Size. You can see there's different options. I'm going to type in the width as 640 and the height as 640. I will click down and move the marquee. When I'm happy with what's inside that marquee, I choose Image, Crop. I then choose File, Save As, make sure it's a JPEG, and I will call this Cat1. Save, and OK. Now you're welcome to go ahead and add it to your presentation. So to do that, you would right-click on that shape, go to the Fill Bucket picture from File, and then locate that Cat1 in that folder. And I would go ahead and come down to the Special Thanks, and I'm going to go ahead and select these. I'm going to type in Pixabay. If you get it from another source, then you simply hit the Enter key and add another source. You want to be crediting your sources. I'm now going back to Photoshop. I'm going to the dog layer. I'm going to choose the lasso. If your tools are not showing, go to Window and make sure you choose Tools. Another very important window is the Layers window. You've got to make sure that the Layers window is showing. Those are the most important tools that we will be using for this assignment. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the lasso tool. Do take note that if you hold down the mouse, there's several tools that are associated with many of these tools. I need the lasso at this time. And I'm just going to come in and grab this dog's face. I will choose Edit Copy, go to the cat layer, Edit Paste. I'm going to go ahead and click on the zoom option. Make sure it's a plus sign to zoom in. If you want to zoom out, you click on the minus sign. I'm going to make sure that I'm on the dog layer. If you look over in the layers, I'm on the correct layer. Here's the Move tool. Now obviously that head is way too big, so you would do Control T to get this little option to resize until it looks realistic, and hit the Enter key of your keyboard. I'm going to then go to the Eraser tool. I'm going to go up to the brush sizes and make sure that it's very soft edged, and you could make it big. And what you want to do is you barely brush up against that layer, so it looks like it's blending in. You might need to readjust the brush size, but you want to come in. This is a very simple technique. I know there's a more complicated way to do this, but this is how I know how to do it. Now the coloring is a little off, so I'm going to be on that layer of the dog. I'm going to go to Image, Adjust, and play around with brightness and contrast to make it look a little more blended. When you're happy with it, choose OK. You could also go to Image, Adjust. You can then go to Hue, Saturation, and play around with that as well. and then choose OK. I'm going to go ahead and choose View 100% so you can see the image. It's still not looking natural. I'm going to make this entire image grayscale. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do File Save in case I want to come back and re-edit. And I'll just call this cat dog and leave it as a Photoshop and then save and then OK. Because what I'm about to do is I'm going to flatten these layers, and once you flatten, you can no longer edit that dog's head. I'm going to choose Layer, Flatten Image. It is now one layer. I'm going to go to Image, Adjust, and then Desaturate. And now it looks a little more natural. I'm going to choose File, Save As. I'll call this Cat 2. I'm going to change it to a JPEG, and then I'm going to make sure I'm in the right folder and choose Save, and then OK. I'll go ahead and go back to the PowerPoint. I will right-click, Fill, Picture from File, and I'm going to locate that image called Cat 2. This concludes the session on how to square an image and how to add an image of a dog to a cat. Choose whatever animals you want to manipulate. Until next time, you have a wonderful day.